But I think that they lied, cause it's nice that I have failed, but I promise you I've tried the American dream. It seems I've been...
What is up, y'all? It's your boy D Magic back at it again. Today I'm gonna show y'all my secret on how to lose weight really fast. So basically with this video, you're gonna be able to, if you do it disciplined, about 10 pounds a month or so. That's how it worked for me the first time. This time it's been just right around the same. So if you tune into this, I guarantee you I'm gonna give you all the tips and the secrets that you need to lose weight fast. But you gotta work hard, guys. You gotta stay disciplined. So basically, I got this diet from, shout out to my old high school football coach and long family friend, Coach Hunky Cooper. It's basically the Mayo Clinic diet. So what we're gonna start off with is giving you the sequence of what exactly included in breakfast, what I typically eat for lunch, what I typically eat for dinner, and how to prepare it. It's quick and easy. It doesn't take more than, I'd say, about 30 minutes or so. And you're going to have your whole meal set out for the next day. Your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. Alright, so let's start out with breakfast. So breakfast consists of typically some black coffee. I don't do it black. I put a little tiny bit of creamer in there, so it's at least a little sweet. I don't like my coffee black, but I don't add any sugar, and I don't put a lot of creamer by any means. So if you want to put a little bit of creamer in there, go right ahead. It'll be just as fine as drinking black coffee. Then you're also going to have half a grapefruit. So I already have some cut up here. This is what it eventually looks like. This is the meal prep of what you want to start with. And basically, you're just going to give it some simple cuts. You're just going to cut right through it right here. You're going to make another cut that in half, and then you're going to cut that in half, and cut that in half. And that's what you'll eat with your first breakfast. And you can cut these off too. Typically, I like to. I don't like the seeds and whatever this extra white stuff is at the top. So you can also cut those off if you want. If you don't care about that, then you can go ahead and go for it, I guess. So basically, you just finish off, and then that's where I put them in the plastic bag from there to store them for, tomorrow's breakfast. Then typically, you're gonna do 2 eggs, right? So I got white eggs over here, just your basic, everyday white eggs. If you want to be really healthy, you can do brown eggs, I guess. But I didn't use brown eggs, and it still works fine. So you're gonna just basically, I already started the process. Boil them here. You see it here. Got the eggs boiling. That's a little bit of just hot water, and then I put some salt in there too. That's the trick, guys. Put a little bit of salt in the water over the eggs, just so that it basically, when you end up having to peel the shell off of the egg, it doesn't stick to it as much if you add a little bit of salt. That's a little secret I found out. So those, typically boil, I'd say boil them for about 5 minutes, and then so they're already about ready. They've been ready. So all you're gonna do is turn the oven down to low. Go ahead, throw your top on there, and if it's 2 eggs, you can do 10 minutes. Typically, I'm doing 3 eggs because I'm cooking breakfast for me and my girlfriend. But I already cooked 1 egg previously, so I don't need 2 today. So for 2 eggs, you can definitely put, look at me, I don't have it, I still put 12. You can put just 10 minutes for 2 eggs, that should be just fine. And so they sit in there, they boil, and then basically once they get done, then you'll just run them through some cold water for about a few minutes, anywhere around there, and then you can start the process of peeling them, and then ultimately it'll look like this. You just peel it off. But typically what I do, I take the yolk out too. This is my girlfriend likes the yolk, so I make them like this for her. But me, I don't like to eat the yolk because the egg white by itself is really healthy. So I just peel it from there. Then you got the egg whites, right? Okay. And then last thing for breakfast is 2 pieces of turkey bacon. So I'm gonna be cooking 4 here because I'm cooking for my girlfriend too. And yeah. So 4 pieces of turkey bacon. I would not suggest substituting regular bacon by any means. I mean, I love regular bacon, but it's not the healthiest. Whereas turkey bacon is extremely healthy for you, especially the kind I get. It has extra low sodium, extra low fat, and you're only eating 2 pieces. So that's breakfast, guys. You're just eating 2 pieces of turkey bacon, 2 eggs, and the half a grapefruit, and you're gonna drink that down with your black coffee and or with a little bit of creamer. And the secret to this diet is really the grapefruit and the coffee. The combination of those 2 Grapefruit is really good fat burner, and drinking anything hot, honestly, with any meal is really good for you. You see a lot of the Asian culture, they eat a lot of rice, which would be really bad for you, but they're always drinking it with a lot of high tea, which makes it dissolve and digest a lot faster. And that's why typically, they're a lot skinnier and they have higher metabolisms. So that's kind of the effect that you're doing here by combining, what you're eating as far as the bacon and the eggs with the black coffee, which is a hot liquid, obviously, and then it's just an extra fat burner. You got the grapefruit. So if you stick to that breakfast, just eat that for breakfast, I guarantee you're already going to see results just by changing that. All right, guys, so now for lunch. Lunch can typically be the same thing. It just depends on you, honestly. It depends on how disciplined you are, how capable you are of eating the same thing. I know a lot of people, like my girlfriend, for instance, she hates having to eat the same thing. She came around to it, and she definitely has it down now, but especially if it's challenging at first, I get it. So you can switch it up, try to add different elements if you want. Just be smart about it. Don't add too much, especially seasonings. Don't add too much salt and other seasonings already, because you're already going to put seasonings on there as it is. So adding anything else is just adding extra carbs. Also, one good thing, I usually spray the pan down. It's extra virgin olive oil, no calories, no fat, no nothing. Good stuff. Good non-stick spray, and it doesn't add nothing. It's better than using oil. So people that are used to using oil out there, switch it up. Get some of that spray. It's 0 calories. It's all good. So, to save some crunch time, these are actually frozen. I typically do chicken tenderloins, or like chicken breast strips, pretty much. I pretty much will just eat just this. That's it. Maybe even sometimes I cut this in half, and honestly, on some days, eat only half of that. But this is the quick way. Luckily, with this bag, you can throw it straight on there, straight from frozen. Again, I get it. It's already going to be bland and really flavorless. So, me personally, when I have a little bit more time, I typically will get the frozen, get about 4 or 5 of them, however much you want for about lunch and breakfast. Today, lunch and breakfast, we're going to eat chicken both days, so that's why I'm cooking. So, I mean, not both days, for both meals. We're going to eat chicken for lunch right now, and then we're also going to eat chicken for dinner. So that's why I'm putting so many, but usually we would do something like fish. We haven't done fish in a while, but that's something you can change it up. If you're like, man, I don't want to eat chicken two times in a day, you could, get some fish. Typically, I get some like tilapia. That's a really good fish. You can even do like salmon if you know how to cook salmon. And that's the thing, guys, too. You don't have to be a really good cook to do this. Like, I honestly do not pride myself on being a cook by any means of the imagination. Honestly, I would, say I'm a really bad cook, typically. But this doesn't require much skill, It's just basic stuff. The taste of it is going to be bland as it is anyways for the most part. So, just don't get down on yourself if you don't think it tastes the best. It's not supposed to taste that great, honestly, and that's okay. That's okay. So, like I said, you got the chicken cooking right here. So this is the quicker way. I'll turn it over a couple times, until it starts thawing out a little bit more, and then I'll add some seasonings on there. So some of the seasonings that we typically use are some oregano, some chili powder, black pepper, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. Every now and then we'll treat ourselves and marinate it in like barbecue sauce or hot sauce, or do something, freakier. And that's okay every once in a while, guys. Honestly, it really is. And the thing I'm going to get to later about this diet, trust me, you guys are going to love. Because, this diet, as long as you're strict about Monday through Friday, you're going to still make progress. Trust me, guys. I speak from experience. So, those are the seasonings we'll add. So let's say for today let's put some black pepper and some chili powder on it. There we go. So you'll just do 2 of them. You don't get heavy on the seasoning. Just like 1 or 2 seasoning max. Also a really good one that we use is lemon pepper, but we don't have any lemon pepper right now. So again, I'll start flipping these little chicken tenderloins over. And also, so you're going to do kind of the same thing with this as you would do for breakfast, in the sense that you're going to drink a hot liquid. Typically, I'll drink hot tea. The best one to me, hot green tea. And on this, I wouldn't add anything. No sugar, no honey, Even if it's a little bit, I'm telling you, that can make a big difference. I know the creamer I do on the coffee, but that's honestly not as bad as adding honey or sugar to a tea. I know, again, it's a hot, bland liquid. I hate drinking it, but if you take it down, I promise you're going to see the results. So you're going to have hot green tea, or just hot any tea that's 0-calorie tea. I couldn't find green tea last time I went to Walmart, so right now I got some chamomile tea. And then also you're going to do half the grapefruit again. And typically during lunch, I'll do it with just a little bit of spinach. Again, if you're a person that can't do without flavor, and this is so bad, and you're saying, no, I can't do it, which was like my girlfriend at first, one thing she did at first was add dressing. You can add a little bit of dressing. Again, don't get crazy, but you can add a little bit of ranch or whatever dressing you like. And then as you progress, something she does now is like put lime juice on it. That's not as bad as dressing. You just put a little bit of lime juice on the spinach and the meat that you cook. Makes it a little bit better, I guess. To me, it doesn't really make a difference. It's still, it's not in and out or, some good fast food or good food in general. But it's good food that's going to make you feel good. So that's the secret. So that's going to be lunch right there, guys. Just a little, piece of chicken. Try to make it no bigger than like your fist, Sometimes I'll do it even smaller than that with a little bit of spinach, grapefruit, and then your hot tea. And then basically for dinner, it's, again, could be the same thing. So our dinner today is probably going to be, again, a piece of chicken. But this time I don't get so big because I feel like 1 grapefruit and 2 cups of hot liquid a day is enough. So during dinner, I'll just honestly eat that piece of chicken with any vegetable of your choice. It can be, usually we'll do carrots, but you can do like broccoli. You can do corn. We used to do canned stuff, but I'd say stay away from it because I noticed how much salt and sodium it has in there. But you can do it. It's still not that bad, especially because it's cheaper and if you just need a vegetable. So you can definitely still substitute that. But I try to stick to, more fresher broccolis and stuff, even frozen broccolis and cauliflowers, carrots, peas, all that good stuff. Any of that. And boom, that's your dinner. And that's it. I know it's not, the best meals and it's not a lot of food by any means, but I promise you, if you intake that, and then I'm not going to get too crazy. Coach Coop recommended 45 minutes of cardio 3 times a day, every day. And even me, man, I could not do that. So I would say start off slow, depending on your capabilities and your push and your drive. For me, I know I got to get started. So when I first started this way back when, I was 285 pounds. That was back in 2015. I was 285 pounds and, I was determined. And I just started working out about 4 times a week because I wasn't working out at all, And most of you probably aren't. You're not working out or you're not committed, and you're eating bad, So you got to start at one thing. And that's an interesting fact. At the first month that I started this, actually it was back in 2014, September 2014, I just ate healthy. I didn't work out still that whole month. And even eating healthy, like I said, guys, you only got to do it, I say, Monday through Friday strict. If you do it Monday through Friday and don't cheat at all, that means don't substitute one of your breakfast, lunch, or dinners for a burger at McDonald's or some fries at Burger King or some tacos at Taco Bell. If you don't do that, or also don't add anything extra, don't get through all your meals and then be like, okay, I'm going to go get some chips or I'm going to, go get, some candy or some type of snack. As long as Monday through Friday you don't do that, I promise you guys, Friday night to Sunday night, you can still eat pretty bad. Now, I'd say still in moderation. Don't get crazy. Don't be just eating a buffet Friday night, Saturday 2 times, 3 times a day, Sunday 2 times, 3 times a day. But you can definitely eat bad. I still would go out with my mom and my family, and we'd go out to, all the bad restaurants, the Wingstops, the Buffalo Wild Wings, the Fridays, Applebee's, and all that stuff. And I didn't try to sit there and pretend like I was going to order a salad or order something healthy off the menu. I went for it. I ordered my burger that I would usually order. But the thing with doing the diet that much is you're going to see it's going to shrink your appetite pretty good, to the point where you're going to want to eat that burger and those fries and that extra side of stuff that you would usually eat and, share some off your little sister's plate and all this. But you're not going to be able to anymore because your stomach's just shrinking so much. And even if you do, it's honestly not that bad. I go ham. When I eat bad, guys, I eat bad, like really bad. So, and still, I could see weeks where I would still lose a consistent 2 to 3, pounds a week. Like I said, that first month, no working out, I lost 10 pounds that month, guys. Believe it or not, I lost 10 pounds. Not working out, like I said, eating bad on the weekends, and just eating good through the weekday. So I promise you, if you can stay disciplined Monday through Friday, you can do what you want on the weekends. And like I said, with working out, just go at your own pace. I went from that 3 to 4 times, a week, to working out 4 to 5 times, to working out every day, to working out twice a day, every day. So it just gets there. It progresses. Right now, currently, same thing. I started out only working out about 3 times to, probably honestly more, 2-3 times a week. But I would recommend, honestly, and I know it's going to sound painful, guys, but that 2 to 3 times, try to make it something high intense, like super high intense. I started off with Insanity. So if you got like access to Insanity or like P90X or some of those high interval training programs, I would definitely recommend those, because you can only do like 30 to 40 minutes of that. And if you just do that again, starting off once a day, about 2 to 3 times a week, I guarantee you in about a month's time, you're going to be able to start doing it 4 to 5 times a week. And that's where I got. And then I've gotten to that. And not only did I take it up a step further, now I'm doing 2 workouts a day. And that's 2 workouts of cardio. I didn't even do that back in my first weight loss. My 2 a days would be usually playing basketball and then lifting some weights. But since I'm still not at the point where I want to be lifting right now, I'm doing 2 a days of cardio. So like right now, I just got done playing 2 hours of basketball, and I was supposed to do Insanity, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, doing 2 a days like that, especially with Insanity, and I'm on the max part of Insanity, so not the beginner part. That stuff, I mean, I could do, but it's the max stuff where it's like hour-long workouts. It's tough. I've done it. I've done it consistently now for about a month and a half, but it's tough at times. But still, if something happens like that, even when you're first starting out with your first workout, if you're uninspired, because I know Insanity's tough, or doing a high interval workout is tough, still try to do something. Substitute it. I get it. Maybe you don't want to do Insanity for 40 minutes, but then go do the bike even for 45 minutes. Heck, I mean, that was one of my workouts consistently that I did when I lost all my weight. And I had a schedule. Monday was like run 3 miles. Tuesday was like play basketball. Wednesday was 45 minutes bike. And that's all I did some days. But that over time, I'm telling you guys, it works. And if you work your tail off in the gym, you give it all you got for that, 30, 40 minutes that you're in there, I promise you guys. So, really take that to heart. I promise you that's going to show you the results right there. Listen to the diet. If you can really do this, again, you can add your own little flair and spices. You can switch it up a little bit, but I'd say stay away from certain things like breads, rices. You can do brown rice occasionally, but I still wouldn't even I'd stay away from rice, honestly, pastas, cheeses. I mean, I would stay away from all that stuff, guys, but there's still different elements. You could throw more veggies in here. You could make like chicken fajitas, I mean, if you're fancy and you know how to cook, I mean, you can really get intricate with this. But me, I just do the simple stuff, and it shows the results. So, to end this off, I'm going to give it a little personal challenge too. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. So I started my second weight loss journey. My first one, I was at 285. Like I said, I got all the way down to 215 as recent as May 2015. And then from there, I'm not going to lie, I let myself go a lot. I stopped working out, started eating bad, and I got all the way back up to, I know I was higher than 261. I feel like at times I was definitely pushing 265, maybe even closer to 270. But as of January 1st, where I really committed myself again, I was 261.6. So today, I played the 2 hours of basketball. This weekend was a little bit bad weekend, and even today. I mean, I get it, guys. There's going to be cheat days. There's going to be days where, stuff doesn't work out as good as it does. You don't eat or something, and you want to eat something bad. And I get it. We had Roberto's yesterday. So, but just try not to make that consistent. Try to make it only every once in a while. So yeah, so I was at 261.6. at the start of January 1st. We're barely in April now, so that's barely 3 months. and I'm down to 246. So, I mean, it's not much. It's 15 pounds, but that's because it's been varying. It was my birthday month and my birthday week. I like went really ham and stuff like that. But the results are still definitely coming, and I'm gonna show you guys. So that's the challenge. I'm still at 246. It's still definitely all year. I know it. I mean, you know, it's looking bad still definitely on the chubby to fat side. I know it, guys. But I guarantee you by summertime, so let's call it about June. That only gives me all of April and all of May. That's 2 months. So I guarantee you, I'm gonna show you guys in these 2 months, I guarantee you I'll be down 20 pounds. So if I'm at 246 right now, that means I'll be down to 226. Mark my words, guys. You heard it here first. So make me relevant so I can make the world relevant with what should be relevant. It's your boy D Magic. I'm out.
Yeah, they try to bring us down.